Tonight on SUTV News, a school shooting in Los Angeles leaves 2 students shot and 1 in critical condition.
And since today is the first day of Black History Month, SHIP students unite to honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in a march across campus.
All that and more right now. Thanks for joining us on SUTV News. I'm Jake Rom.
And I'm Josh Charles. New tonight, a shooting at Salvador B. Castro Middle School in Los Angeles leaves a 12-year-old girl wounded. 2 students were shot. One is currently in critical condition. A 15-year-old boy was shot in the head and a 15-year-old girl was shot in the wrist. 3 others sustained minor injuries, including glass cuts to the head and face. No word yet on a motive behind the shooting. Google has joined the $100 billion club. The parent company of Google reported Thursday that it has topped $100 billion in annual sales for the first time in Google's 20-year history. The company's total annual revenue in 2017 stands at $110 billion. That's up from $90 billion in 2016. The milestone is a testament to the strength of Google's sales and business. They are expected to keep growing. Shippensburg University students and staff gather in Old Main Chapel for the 31st annual Martin Luther Jr. King March for Humanity this afternoon. The event started off with various speakers discussing the theme of power and unity. The speakers included students, staff, special guest speakers, and President Dr. Larry Carter. The event included musical arrangements by students and staff. The group then took the march to campus and streets and ended at Reisner Hall.
The new year has begun, and with that, so has a new construction project. The university was given a $9.9 million grant to invest in the replacement of the 2 main electrical transformers. The project has already begun in the storage lot by the baseball fields and will be completed by June of 2019. Other areas that are set to be included are Reed Operations Center, the Robs softball field parking areas, Allegheny Drive, and York Drive. Not to worry, most of the construction will be scheduled in off hours. All students are asked to be on alert for any construction vehicles until the work is completed. The Huber Arts Center unveiled their faculty exhibition last night. Chrissy DiGiandomenico has the details.
The faculty of the Art and Design Department had their annual faculty exhibition opening last night. The exhibit is titled Then and Now. It features the faculty's undergraduate experience, graduate school, and current artwork. Professor Michael Campbell is the director of the Kaufman Gallery and an art professor. He believes the students will be able to relate to this faculty exhibit.
This exhibit is really important, I think, to give undergraduate students an opportunity to see that the art and design faculty have some of the same experiences that they've had when looking at the undergraduate work, and they can also get a sense for what is in their future if they decide to pursue graduate school and become a professional artist.
For SUTV News, I'm Christy DiGiandomenico.
Then and Now will run until March 21st in the Kaufman Gallery located in the Huber Arts Center. Is eating healthy one of your New Year's resolutions? Kreiner Dining Hall has you covered. Michael Smith has more.
Quinoa. You may think it's some sort of karate move, but you would be keen wrong. In fact, this superfood was the MVP of the day and helped to kick off Kreiner Dining Hall's very own Super Bowl. Students were instructed on how to create a healthy grain bowl by using common ingredients found on campus. But don't feel too bad if you miss game day. According to head of the event, Alicia Gall, the season isn't over just yet.
We do have teaching kitchens happening once a month. It'll be either at Reisner or Kreiner. The next one will be February 23rd, held at Reisner, and it's going to be featuring sustainable seafood.
With new quinoa recipes under our belt, it looks like Shippensburg University is ready to score a touchdown for healthy eating.
Visit Kreiner Dining Hall for more healthy eating options.
Law enforcement agencies are cracking down on a new threat to banks across the country. Shane Adams has the story.
Banks in the U.S. are being warned about a new hacking scheme. It's called jackpotting, and it involves stealing money from ATMs. Authorities say robbers are using malware or hacking tools to get control of cash machines. Once that is done, the money dispenses the cash inside quickly, as if the robber had just won a jackpot. Secret Service officials say standalone machines like the ones in retailers and pharmacies are especially vulnerable. Jackpotting has been reported in Asia and Europe, but it's a relatively new threat in the US. At least 6 of these types of thefts have happened within the last few days, with more than $1 million stolen. For SUTV News, this is Shane Adams.
Although this is a problem for banks, individuals should not worry about their personal savings being affected. The criminals are solely targeting machines rather than individual accounts. Weddings can be expensive. Figures from wedding planning websites, The Knot, says the average American wedding costs over $35,000. But one New Jersey couple proved the only thing that matters is being with the ones you love.
A New Jersey couple tied the knot in an unusual way. The Monmouth County Sheriff's Office shared this photo Wednesday of a makeshift wedding ceremony in a courthouse bathroom. The Sheriff's Office said the couple was supposed to get married inside the courthouse. Things took a turn when the groom's mom had an asthma attack and trouble breathing. Sheriff's officers started administering oxygen to her from a women's restroom. It was critical to keep her there, but instead of the couple postponing their wedding, a sheriff's officer suggested they join the mom. A judge was there too to make things official. The Monmouth Sheriff's Office said the mom and the newlyweds are all doing great. Jake Gillespie, SUTV News.
The couple plans to hold a more traditional wedding ceremony in the near future. When we come back, a World War II era bomb was found in Hong Kong.
And cosmic events lend a beautiful sight for parts over the world. President Donald Trump delivers his first State of the Union address.
And the United Kingdom's Parliament building is falling apart.
Let's send it over to Madeline with this week's World News.
On Tuesday night, President Donald Trump delivered his first State of the Union address. In his speech, he revisited his accomplishments over the last year and offered proposals of what he would like to see considered in the next year. The first hour of the speech focused on America and its domestic policy, from tax cuts and trade to the economy and immigration. In the early moments of the speech, he made several calls for the country to come together. He stated, "Tonight, I call upon all of us to set aside our differences, to seek out common ground, and to summon the unity we need to deliver for the people we were elected to serve." In the latter part of his speech, the president did address some proposal, such as his announcement to keep the Guantanamo Bay prison in Cuba open. Also, as was expected, he refrained from addressing the special counsel investigation into Russia's attempted meddling in the 2016 election. The Palace of Westminster, also known as the United Kingdom's Parliament building in London, is falling apart. Behind its outward appearance, the roofs are leaking, a tangle of electrical cabling and steam pipes present a fire risk, and the plumbing systems are lacking. After putting off the decision for years, the members of Parliament voted to move out of the building to allow for the repairs to start. The members of Parliament were putting off the repairs because they were worried about the consequences of spending large amounts of money on their own building while imposing cuts on the other public services. A second World War II-era bomb was found at a construction site in Hong Kong on Wednesday. It was confirmed that it was the same type of bomb as the one found on Sunday. It was also confirmed that the newly found bomb was of U.S. design. The U.S. Air Corps began bombing Hong Kong when it was under Japanese occupation during the fall of 1942. Most of those air raids were carried out by B-24 and B-25 bombers. A cosmic event was seen by the world on Wednesday. Combinations of a lunar eclipse, a blue moon, and supermoon appeared in the sky and was dubbed a super blue blood moon. Not everyone could see the rare display, but those living in Australia, Asia, and parts of Russia experienced a lunar triple whammy during the moonrise. That's it for World News. Now back to the desk.
When we come back in entertainment, NFL quarterback Tom Brady shuts down an interview.
And Kyla gives us a glimpse into this rainy weather for our 5-day forecast.
Well, Jake, I hear we're supposed to get wet.
It definitely is. I mean, and every time it gets wet here up in Shippensburg, it seems to always be very muddy. I don't understand that.
It is very muddy, and with that, bring your rain boots.
Well, let's send it to Kyla with this week's weather.
Be sure to have your umbrellas and rain boots ready for the upcoming week. Let's take a look at the weather. Tonight, expect a mix of rain and snow with a low of 29. And tomorrow, it will be the coldest of the week. Expect a high of 31. And for the 5-day, Saturday will bring sunshine and a high of 40. Sunday's high will reach 42, but expect rain showers. Monday and Tuesday will have clouds overhead, but warmer days with the highs in the 40s. And Wednesday, it will be the hottest day of the week. Expect a high of 58, but be sure to be ready for the rain. That's all for weather. Let's take it over to entertainment with Paige.
Happy February! Let's kick it off with some entertainment news. After the 2018 Grammys aired on Sunday, the president of the Recording Academy, Neil Prottnow, spoke about the hashtag Grammys So Male discussion that began with a trend with fans and observers. The president saying that women in the industry need to, quote, step up. Now Pink has added her voice to the discussion. On Twitter, she wrote, "Women in music don't need to step up. Women have been stepping up since the beginning of time. Stepping up and stepping aside." The singer was nominated for Best Pop Performance thanks to her song, What About Us? He may be New England's favorite quarterback, but at home, Tom Brady is just a dad. He's gearing up for his 8th appearance, but showed a power play on Monday. He shut down an interview with the Boston radio show, which he appears on weekly, after a rude comment about his daughter Vivian was made by interviewer Alex Ramir. He now has been suspended indefinitely due to the comment. Blake Lively's new movie, The Rhythm Section, has been shut down indefinitely. Production on the film was temporarily suspended in early December due to a hand injury the actress sustained while filming an action sequence. But now, Blake needs more time to recover before returning to production. The initial surgery on her hand did not go as planned, and a second surgery is needed. Actor Mark Salling died Tuesday. The body of the 35-year-old Glee star was found hanging by a river in the San Fernando Valley area. Officials deemed his death a suicide. Salling pleaded guilty in December to having over 50,000 images and videos of child pornography. Along with jail time, Salling was ordered to pay restitution to victims that requested it. Because he cannot be sentenced, the possibility of restitution is up in the air. Victims will have the option to sue his estate if restitution is not paid. Salling's sentencing was scheduled for March. And lastly, Christopher Dion, former star of the HGTV show Family Flip, has been accused of molesting a 10-year-old girl. He was charged with the 4th-degree sexual assault and risk of an injury to a minor. However, he has denied these allegations. When the allegations surfaced, HGTV stated, quote, "The person you reference in your inquiry appeared in a pilot that premiered on our network more than 2.5 years ago. The pilot was not picked up for a series and is no longer on our air," end quote. Christopher and his brother have been working on a new show that has now been suspended. That's all we have for entertainment this week. We'll see you next time.
When we come back in sports, a track athlete breaks a school record.
And the Philadelphia Eagles sell T-shirts to benefit the Philadelphia School District.
Welcome back to SUTV Sports. I'm Jake Gillespie. Let's jump right in. All-American basketball player Dustin Sleva added yet another Athlete of the Week honor to his long list of accolades. But the senior forward is more concerned about keeping the team successful.
You know, it's a cool feeling right now, but, you know, it's whatever. It's happened a couple of times, so, I mean, I'm happy to get it, but I'm more worried about the team.
Sleva recently reached 2nd in the Shippensburg all-time scoring list. Sleva and the Raiders return home to Higas Fieldhouse on February 17th. Women's basketball player Arielle Jones has earned her 6th PSAC East Freshman of the Week honors. Jones is now top 10 in the nation for scoring, but her coach thinks she can do even more.
We expect her to come in and do some really good things, maybe not as much as she's done so quickly. So we're really looking forward to see what she can do throughout the remainder of her career.
Jones says she has her coaches and teammates to thank for her honors. Women's basketball returns to Higas Fieldhouse February 17th. Shippensburg wrestling faced off against East Stroudsburg on Tuesday. Zach Kelly has the highlights.
After 2 early losses and a forfeit in the first 3 bouts, 149-pounder Cody Blankenship put Shippensburg on the board with a 6-4 win over Blake Cohen. After a Penn and Tech fall loss for the Raiders, Ryan Narber puts another win on the board with an 8-6 win over Dylan Warner at the 174-pound weight class. 184-pound wrestler Alexi Castro picks up a huge overtime win over Paul Rallis. Shippensburg's 194-pound All-American Evan Ramos gets an early pin over Dan Magengon to keep his win streak going. Shippensburg falls to East Stroudsburg 25-19. For SUTV Sports, I'm Zach Kelly.
Ship's next match is tomorrow at Gannon. Shippensburg's Tracy Davis was named PSAC Men's Indoor Field Athlete of the Week. Davis broke the indoor high jump school record by jumping 7 feet 1 inch during the John Covert Classic. His record-breaking jump also earned him an NCAA qualifier bid.
It was a surreal experience. It was something I dreamed of for so long, jumping 7 feet, and to jump an inch above 7 feet was a blessing.
This is Davis's third career PSAC Indoor Field Athlete of the Week honor. Davis and the rest of the indoor track and field squad will compete tomorrow at the National Mid-Major Invite at Youngstown State. The Philadelphia Eagles have been underdogs throughout the NFL playoffs, and now they have shirts to match. Brendan Leahy has more.
The Philadelphia Eagles aren't wearing their underdog status on their sleeves. They're wearing it on their t-shirts. And the Eagles are also doing a good deed for their hometown. 2 Eagles players had been selling shirts of their own, with the proceeds going to Philadelphia schools. The NFL also started selling underdog shirts, originally for profit, but now they've been convinced to donate all the money collected to the schools. Local officials are honored the Super Bowl-bound team are lending this helping hand.
They have hundreds, I'm sure, maybe thousands of things to be thinking about. And the fact that they're thinking about pushing the NFL to also make contributions from the underdog t-shirts to the school district of Philadelphia is extraordinary.
Brendan Leahy, SUTV News.
You can catch the Eagles in action one more time Sunday at 6:30 against the New England Patriots. That'll do it for SUTV Sports this week. Let's send it back to the desk.
When we come back, we asked Shippensburg students who they wanted to win the big game.
Stay with us. All right, guys, the big game is only 3 days away, and we asked a few Ship students if they favored the Philadelphia Eagles or the New England Patriots. Let's see what they had to say.
Eagles.
I think the Eagles are going to win. Fly, Eagles, fly.
A lot of my friends are Eagles fans, so symbolically I'll be a Birds fan this weekend. Go Birds, Folsylvania, man. I'm on the train.
Eagles, go Birds.
The Eagles!
I want the Eagles to win because it's a really big opportunity for them. Plus, I do not want to see the Patriots in the Super Bowl again.
I want the Eagles to win the Super Bowl because everybody doubted us that we were never going to make this far, especially with Carson Wentz's ACL tear. But Bergang's out here, and we're going to bring home the gold, and the Patriots are going to lose. So let's see it happen on Sunday. Go Birds!
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Well, there you go, guys. You definitely heard it here. It sounds like the Birds have the favorite here. What do you guys think was going to happen?
Well, I am going to have to agree with those two lovely young ladies there. Go Birds. I've been waiting 14 years of my life for this very moment, and please, Philadelphia, just throw me a bone here.
Yeah, not the Super Bowl matchup I was really looking forward to seeing, but it beats seeing the Patriots win their Super Bowl. I would have to go with the Eagles. They've been proving me wrong all playoffs. I have to go with the Eagles over the Patriots
Absolutely,
as well.
guys. It sounds like it's everybody versus Tom Brady. That's it for SUTV News. I'm Josh Charles.
And I'm Jake Rom. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram at SUTV News. And check out our website, SUTVnews.com.
We'll see you next time.